We want to welcome you back to Meet Your Hometown Attorneys, and we are going to talk to another satisfied client. Stephanie Jones here. Mike, good to see you again, but we talk about all these clients that we get the honor and to meet and talk to, but everyone has a unique story of how they ended up with Dyer Garofalo, Mann & Schultz, and you were just telling me a little bit about it before we started. Tell me about that first.
Okay, I was on my way to another job, and I was in front of their, matter of fact, in front of their building. That's where my accident happened. And this young lady, she ran 3 red lights from what I was told, and she T-boned me on the passenger side. And that's all I remember was the explosion. Wow. And that's the last thing I remember until I started coming out of it. And I had many injuries, because at first I could hear them talking about were they thinking about doing the jaws of life on me, because they didn't know if they were going to be able to get me out of the car, because I was going another direction, you know, and
at the time you just didn't know.
I just didn't know what was going on, because when I got to that intersection, it's just I felt something, you know, how you turn around and you go, and I remembered a little bit of raising my leg, but it was too late. It's just she was just there, you know, and I mean she pushed me into the telephone, that RTA pole out there. And
wow.
My back of my car wrapped around it. My husband said my car looked like aluminum foil.
Wow.
Yeah. Her accident was amazing. She had, in fact, we actually didn't witness it, but we heard the accident from our office and looked down and saw that, and we were hoping whoever was in the car wasn't hurt that badly. As it turned out, later she came to see us, and it turned out it was that accident that some of us
wow.
had seen down after looking at it after it had happened.
So that's interesting that you looked down. It was interesting that you did it right in front of there, but also how you ended up calling them in the first place, because after you got home, after being in the hospital for a while, you're laughing, so share.
Well, see, what happened when I got home, I couldn't sit but like maybe 2 or 3 minutes at a time, and I knew I had to have I knew I had to have somebody. You know, a lot of people, they're scared of attorneys, but see, I'm just not one of them. And I really didn't know that I was in for what I was getting ready to be in for.
Right.
And like I said, I was sitting in a chair, and I was leaning like to the side, and I had the phone book laying like on the floor. But the tiger was facing me. And it was so funny because
Tiger's still facing you.
Yeah.
So when I looked over, I was like, and it's just like something said, call me. So I said, okay. So I opened the phone book up and I called, and I got immediate response. It's like I talked to one of the paralegals down there, Danielle. She said, well, let me call you back in a few minutes. She called me back in a few minutes. She said, can somebody be there in 15 minutes?
Wow.
I told her, I said, well, you know, because she asked me could I come down there first, and when I got to telling her the laundry list of everything was wrong with me, and I was in the bed as I was talking to her, she's like, oh no, we'll send somebody. And next thing I know, he was there.
And a lot of times, Michelle, these firms will say they'll send somebody, and what they send is an investigator. In our firm, we've never sent an investigator. We always send an attorney from our office to your house, and we never just send somebody who's gets paid per sign up.
Gotcha. And so, also, now, are you happy with making that choice?
Oh, definitely. I'm real happy, because I tell you, if I would be truthful with you, this is getting ready to go into its 3rd year.
Wow.
Okay, and I had a lot of things going on with me, because I was on the job, so I'm dealing with workman's comp. I had no idea that I was going to be dealing with a lot there, and they, oh my goodness, they take care of that. Workman's comp division they got is excellent.
Fantastic.
It's excellent. I mean, you know, they go through these hearings. I went to a hearing before, so, you know, they prepped me for it. But like he said, you know, I can call down there and talk to anybody.
That's fantastic.
You know, and it's just been great. You know, it's just hard to put it all into words how great everybody is down there. Even when you call down there and to talk to somebody, they're pleasant. You know,
yes. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
it's about that connection.
Yeah, and I haven't had a connection with everybody since I've been down there.
That's great.
You know, I love these people.
We are so glad you came and shared your story. Thank you so much, Stephanie. We're glad to hear that you're doing much better.
Thank you.
Long road.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.